Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Hi. Hail and howdy to the gatekeepers. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. I just got into the chair a couple seconds ago. I got delayed doing a couple of things, but here we are. I think I have a show for you because today you will get, as promised, chat made me watch this reviews. Predator Badlands. You got a little taste of it yesterday during Roundtable where I hadn't completely finished it, but I have finished it now. And not a good movie. Not a Predator movie, but not a good movie overall. Very 2025. Poorly written, poorly directed. The ideas, objectively speaking, the ideas aren't bad, but they're generic and they aren't original at all. And they're very Disney-fied. Very Disney-fied. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Because I honestly, I don't have anything else to talk about right away, but I do need to edit something in the banner real quick before we go over the rules, because there is a special addition to the Super Chats this week. There is a special edition. Let me just finish typing. Join in a... Hang on, I'm typing this out. Or I spell that right? No. I never spell that right. Hang on, let me just make sure I can. I have to learn. I want to spell correctly here. Okay, that's how you spell. I never spell that word right, and you'll find out in a second. There we go. Okay, there we go. So today should be a good day. Should be a good day. Should be interesting because we do have a special. We have a special donation tier for the day, and I'm fixing my hair because I'm now looking at myself, and I want to be pretty for you. We have a special donation tier. Most of the rules are as normal. $5 does get you an Adam rant on just about anything within reason, mostly pop culture or silly stuff. $10. You can ask me a question. I'll tell you no lies. And we'll have a discussion. You, me, the chat, the tree over there. $20 gets you to force me to watch a video. But for this week and this week only, $20 also makes me join in a song for Dermy Karaoke this week on Ball Busters. That's right. Once a month, we do Dermy Karaoke. Normally, it's just Dermy. That's why it's called Dermy Karaoke. But since I run that particular segment, it's my brainchild. I run it. I decided let's have a little fun this month. It's themed. This month, the theme for Dermy Karaoke this Friday, Ball Busters, 11 p.m. Eastern, is Queen. All songs must be Queen songs, both the good, the bad, the fun, the crazy, the zany. All songs be Queen songs, which means that's right. You can make us all. And it isn't just me. Any panelist on Ballbusters who runs a stream this week, if they stream, you can donate $20 and make them join in a song. It's not just me. It's not just Dermy. Make everybody do it. Now, I do have the power of one song because Brad, Duke Devil 95, Brad, he has proxied me his final song that he bought a couple months ago. I now own that song. I can use it. So you are guaranteed definitely that I will choose a song that I will participate in. So Dermy Karaoke this Friday on Ballbusters, $20 from today until we end this show on Friday. You can not just one, as many as you feel like. Make me sing. We usually do about 3 to 5 songs. So understand that. We usually 3 to 5 songs for Dermy on that. So there you go. What do we talk about difficulty levels here? What are we talking about? I need to know what we're talking about. What difficulty levels? I mean, I have my favorite Queen songs that I do know. No, everything is Queen. Everything, all Dermy Karaoke songs for this Friday are Queen related. That means you're making me sing Queen songs. One I am choosing for myself. So the very first person who does purchase me to sing a song. Now, here's the thing. You guys aren't choosing the songs today. You're basically forcing me this week, up until we end this show on Friday, you're basically guaranteeing I have to join in whatever songs are chosen that night. I'm choosing one song. I've already chosen it. If you're smart, you kind of figured out which one I'm choosing at this point. I've hinted it quite clearly. So right now, you are not choosing the songs for me today. You're simply basically forcing me to sing every time or as many times as you want during Dermy Karaoke on Friday. But all songs on Friday will be Queen songs. They must be Queen. That is the theme for this month, Queen songs. The best Queen songs, the worst Queen songs, the zaniest ones, the fun ones, all of them. Now, I have my hopes. Someone get chosen. So that's what we got here. That's what we got. Anyway, so that is the deal. If you guys want to play the game, those are the rules. One more time, maybe people just coming in from the rest of this week, this will be an additional donation tier for this show. Normally, $20 just gets you making me watch a video, whether I like it or not. But for this week and this week only, you can choose to use that $20 tip. Excuse me, got the hiccups. To force me to participate in Dermy Karaoke this Friday on Ballbusters. The theme, which will be Queen songs. That is the theme. So have fun, guys. I've already chosen my song. I've already chosen the song that Brad has proxied to me. This should be a lot of fun. Now, remember, the whole point of Dermy Karaoke is that you guys don't hear the music. Only Dermy hears music, and only I will hear the music, and everybody else participates will hear the music because we can't do copyright. Can't get it for copyrights. Anyway, so there it is. That's the game this week. And of course, as always, then there's $30 for chat. Made me watch the series. I'm not going to tell you what the song is. It's a surprise. I've hinted at it. I hinted at it on Friday. Think about what I'm doing here. It's kind of obvious, the song I'm choosing. It's kind of obvious what I'm trying to do here. It's very obvious. I will not acknowledge if you guys guess it. I will simply move on with this. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun with it. We're all going to look like fools and idiots, but it's all in good fun. Anyway, so what do we got today? I don't have any other ideas. I don't have any moments at the moment. I have no ideas to jump off. What do you mean? No. Listen, the very first song will be selected by me. The song I make. All right, how about this? Whoever The very first $20 that I get for this means that I'm choosing the song, that first song. It'll be my first song. Okay. And then that'll be the first one, and we'll announce it on Ball Busters, the beginning of the show. That way, going forward in the rest of the show, you guys will not double up. Is that fair? I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be a surprise. I do. I want it to be a surprise. What's the fun? We like surprises if you know what's coming. That's the game. Is that fair enough? No, it's not Fat Bottom Girls. Although I do love Fat Bottom Girls. That's a good song. That's one of the songs I do know by heart. I know Fat Bottom Girls by heart. I've also chosen this because I'm going to get involved. There are several Queen songs that I do know very well, and with any luck, they get chosen. So I would have a hard time, and then I can really lean into it, and ham it up for you guys when we're doing this. So no, my song is not. I will say my song is not Fat Bottom Girls. It is not Fat Bottom Girls. Anyway, all right. What do we have planned today? So I don't have any other monologues. Maybe something will jump to mind. I couldn't find anything on my doom scrolling this morning. We will be doing chat. Maybe watch us reviews. It'll be Predator Badlands. It'll be the back half of the show. We've got the news. I know a couple of things that have happened overnight and this morning. I don't know a lot of stuff. I've been up for a little while, but I was kind of zeroed in on doing something else rather than focusing on the news. Anyway, so that's the deal. That's the deal today. So I don't know where we're going to go with topics at the moment, aside from Predator Badlands chat, maybe watch his reviews. I guess we're going to play it by ear. I mean, do I have a monologue I want to think about here? I mean, I guess I am sort of, and hail to you, Elgrim. Hail to you, good sir. I am, this is bouncing around in my head because this stuff keeps happening and I'm watching. And it's not just for the one thing that I normally zero in on. There's a lot of strangeness going on in, I guess, people trying to resurrect things that are essentially dead or have been universally decided on as shit. One of the things we definitely keep focusing on lately is, at least on this show, I keep showing it off, how pathetic the Disney Star Wars stands are about the hunt for Ben Solo. That keeps going on. And that is a very prime example of delusions of grandeur. People who are living in this world where they think this thing is big. And, oh my God, if you do this, it will save Star Wars. Now, of course, let's take a moment with that and zero in on the fact that these people are saying the hunt for Ben Solo would save Star Wars. But I thought Star Wars was doing okay with Andor, with Ahsoka, with all that stuff. I thought it was great with Mando and Grogu. I thought everything was fine. How can Star Wars need saving with the hunt for Ben Solo if Andor was so generational, the best TV show ever? Explain that to me. But it's not just there. Maybe it's because certain things I commented on. I guess that's how the algorithm on X works. I don't know. But I'm being shown people trying to tell me things like Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 15 are great games. No. It's a very strange thing. Suddenly, I'm seeing these constant posts of how great Final Fantasy 13 is, and nobody gets it, and how generational Final Fantasy 15 was, and how great that was, and there's lots of other things I'm across. But these are the examples that are jumping to my front of my mind as I look through this, and I think to myself, what is going on here? Is there something in the air? Are these people all drinking the same piss-flavored Kool-Aid, where they're suddenly running out and saying this was great, when ask the broader base of, just for example, again, Final Fantasy fans, 13 and 15 are regarded very poorly. A lot of good concepts, good ideas in there, but executed horribly. I do not understand this urge to convince people that settled history has been changed. if you want to talk about a current thing also, the Ghost of Yote stuff, that still keeps coming out. They're still trying to tell us, oh, it was the #1 downloaded thing in Japan and #2 in America, Europe. But you know what you still haven't done? You still haven't shown me numbers. You still haven't shown me any numbers to tell me how Ghost of Yote performed sales-wise. We still don't know. So there's this strange thing, and I need you guys to tell me: am I the only one seeing this? Is this a weird thing that I'm only noticing, or maybe I've been some sort of retard that hasn't noticed it up until now? All these people people could be fans of whatever they want, but don't try and change the history. History is written by the victors. And the victors of the fandom said things like Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 15. Right now, history is starting to show us Ghost of Yote was not a financial, maybe a financial success, but it wasn't a sales success. They didn't sell 5 million copies. If they had sold 5 million copies in the past month, Square Enix, Sucker Punch, they would be running around constantly, parading that with a flag. But they haven't. Oh, no, you stop that. You're doing that on purpose, you degenerate little weirdo. Listen, Final Fantasy XI was a good MMO that tried to be more than it was. Had limitations because history. Here's a history lesson on Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI remained stagnant in its look and feel and development because of the PlayStation 2. Because it was made to be on the PlayStation 2 and then cross-console on PC, the PC version, no matter how powerful PCs got in the intervening years, in the beginning of the century here, in the early aughts, the game could never grow graphically. Like they've updated 14. They updated 14 a couple times and really did a massive graphical overhaul for Dawn Trail, which forced me to get another computer to play it on because the old girl couldn't handle it anymore. Final Fantasy XI could never get an upgrade because of being locked into being on the PS2, because the PS2 could not be upgraded. So it always had a certain look and feel. It always had a certain idea. They could never add features to it. It was limited. It had an okay story. It wasn't a great story. It was a very broadened story and isolated to each city-state. But 11 was a crazy game because it also you want to talk about a game that was the grind? The FF11 was the grind. FF14, if you're playing FF14 leveling, you're on easy mode. You don't know what it was like to grind. If you're playing any modern MMO from around, I would say 2010 on, and that includes WoW, you play on easy mode. Everything pre-2010, early 2000s, late 90s, the grind was real. In order to level up in Final Fantasy XI, you couldn't just do quests. You couldn't just run around and get XP for a participant. No, you had to find a party. You had to go out to the leveling zones, the place where the players had decided this is where you level from this range to this range, and you had to grind. You had to get in the party. You had to be there for hours. You had to put it on. You had to know what you're doing. You had to know your job. One thing I will say, if you played Final Fantasy XI, you learned how to be a member of a party. You learned how to do a role. You learned how to tank. You learned how to DPS. You learned how to support. You learned how to heal. If you didn't know how to do your job, the grinding party would fail and you would be kicked out. Them JPs, they did not tolerate sloppy Western gameplay. I played with JPs during that era. I was doing that, man. You play with the JPs, you buckle up. You consider getting that piss bottle because they will go and they will go and they will go forever. And you lock it in and you just get that XP. You say, thank you. So thank you. Thank you. You bow and you just say, yes, I'm getting it. It's great. And you just realize you've been, there was a time I was at a couple JP parties. I remember this. I had to piss so bad, but I was DPSing. And when you're DPSing in FF11, there was a thing called hitting the, what was it called? Essentially, it was an attack boost ability. You had to do your limit break attack at the right moment to get an attack surge bonus damage. And You had to do it. You had to time it. You're right. But I had to piss so bad. And I chanced it. I waited for a moment where my auto would take over. I was there, and I just ran. I mean, I had a bathroom in my room. It was a small room. I did have my own bathroom. I ran in. I'm like, getting it done, like, and then hurrying back, and I made it in time. But oh man, the grind was real. The grind was real. Well, everything pales to EverQuest 1. That's the original grind. Like EverQuest, Ultima, those are the original grinds. Those are the original grinds. I had to do that in the EverQuest version I played on the PS2. There was the grind in that. That was my first real MMO, actually. 2002, 2003. But yeah, so the FF11 was a good game, but to bring it back, it had the evil of Shantoto. Fucking Taru. If you think Lalafels are bad, Taru, they literally are walking footballs. You just want to kick them, punt them into the stratosphere. And Shantoto, psychotic little Shantoto, was evil, little psychopath. So there you go. you got a little history lesson on Final Fantasy XI, whether you wanted it or not. You took me down that road. But back to what I was talking about. See, but here's the thing. As much fun as I had playing it, I am not going to stand here and try to say that Final Fantasy XI was the peak of MMOs. No, it had problems. Lots of problems. The end game was a mess. Dynamis was a mess. People could steal gear. The gear system, the sub-job system was all over the place. It was terrible in some ways, but it was also great because you had good people to play with. It was fun. But the questing and trying to get your job quests done were insane because the difficulty level was fuck you. The difficulty level was set at fuck you. Trying to get your artifact armor quest done, like AF1, AF2. Nuts. Crafting was weird. There was always like the myths of, yeah, you want to face this cardinal direction. You want to do it on when the moon is in this phase and this color and this red, the color of the element. It was so many theories. There was theories like carry around these 3 items, and I had those items to increase your luck for drops. The notorious monster hunting was broken as fuck. People standing there for days waiting for it to spawn, and people would have mods and cheats built in to quick claim stuff. It was a lot of ridiculous stuff in the game, but it was still a good game. But it did have its limitations. Now, I only played up through the 3rd expansion. By then, I was moving on because the people I was playing with, it was not fun. The guilds I was with weren't working anymore, so I left, and I didn't want to play it anymore. So and it was free. FF11 was free. I didn't pay for FF11, or did I? Did I pay for FF11? I don't think so. All I paid for was the hard drive for my PS2. That was it. It was subscription free. Yeah, I didn't pay for FF11. I just stopped playing. But yeah, it was a good game, but it wasn't peak. So back to my original point, I will not go back in time and try and say FF11 was some sort of peak of MMO. You have to love it. If you don't love it, you didn't get it. I'm not going to say that because people sing Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 15, Ghost of Yote. I'm not going to walk around saying that. Maybe it's because I'm an adult and not a child. I'm not somebody that I don't need you to love what I love. I don't need you to love what I love. I would love it if everybody loved things the same way I do. But you don't. Because we're all individuals. We're all different. So, I mean, perfect example. I don't know if he's here right now. Might be listening. Jed loves The Witcher. I enjoy The Witcher, but I don't love it as much as he does. I don't. I like it. I respect it. It's good. It's a good story, good lore, great games. But I'm not into it as him or other people are so much. He'll go back and play Witcher 3 all the time. I won't. It'll take a real surge of need deep in my nerd core to go back and replay Witcher 3. On the opposite side of that, I love Mass Effect. I'll go replay Mass Effect all the time. Jet played through it. He was like, yeah, it's all right. I can see why it's good. I enjoyed it. It was okay. I like this, that, but he's not going to go back and do it like he does Witcher 3. So but I don't need him to. I don't need him to. That's just like he doesn't need me to go play Witcher 3 or any of the Witcher games over and over again. We all don't need to have people acknowledge that you love the way you love it. And that's why, I guess, a branch off of this discussion. That's why I look at social media and realize how sick, especially X. X is not a healthy place. Even with Elon in charge, X is not a healthy place. It's not. People get on that platform and feel the need to get a head pat, to have their beliefs reaffirmed. Oh, you must like this. You must like this. And when a handful of people suddenly join them in their fugue of, oh, it's so good, they think the world is that's what's going on with the Disney stands. They think that the hunt for Ben Solo, Ben Solo is beloved by everybody. That's what they think. I think I accidentally deleted it. I think I deleted it in my bookmark clear up this morning. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh no, here it is. No, it's right here. Okay, let me bring it up. Perfect example. I showed this yesterday just for a minute. I was hoping we get a discussion out of roundtable, but the guys weren't really feeling it. So I quickly moved on because I could read the room. I can read the room when something's going to generate a discussion and when it isn't. And no, those are titties I'm saving for ballbusters right there. Here we go. Remember earlier last week when I told you guys I wish we could send a plant. We could send somebody to infiltrate the Hunt for Ben Solo meetups in front of Disney headquarters in New York and California. Well, we didn't need to because these fucking morons totally self-owned. Here's the picture of the one in New York. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8, because somebody had to take the picture, unless they paid some poor slob to do it for them. And this poor son of a bitch who doesn't even want to photobomb this crap. Pathetic. This account, the Hunt for Ben Solo, and every little weirdo, queerdo, troon, moron, railo out there that thinks this is a thing, they've convinced themselves that there is an actual growing swell of support to make the Hunt for Ben Solo. I mean, look, they make their weirdo. These are railos. These are railos. The worst of the worst of Disney stands. No, actually, no. I would say Andor stands are worse because they actually think what they're watching is art. These are the really crazy mother effers. This is sad. This is all that showed up, and they had a lot of retweets. Oh, I was with you in spirit. Nobody was with them at all. They couldn't even get a double-digit show up. 10 people to do this. You couldn't. But they see this, and all the people on this platform, X, who think that, and they have their tiny accounts or their shill accounts, they think this is real. And then you have the media, Empire Magazine, Collider, Variety, Screen Rant, CBR, all Hollywood Reporter, all of them trying to gaslight us and convince us that this is real when it's not. It is as empty and fake as anything there was. There is no support to make the Hunt for Ben Solo. This proves Bob Iger was right. The broken clock was right twice a day in this instance. There would be no money in the Hunt for Ben Solo because it has no true fan base. None whatsoever. Delusions of grandeur are insane. People are nuts. Social media, this platform, X, makes you think you're more important, makes you think what you care about is more important than anything else. And once again, I'm going to say, you can have your thing that you love. You can love this stuff. But don't lie to yourself, but don't try and lie to the world. Because it's very easy to prove that you're all losers and you don't amount. You couldn't fill a barn with the people that want this. I tried watching Entourage once cast because Emmanuelle Chirqui, she's smoking freaking hot. She got great tits, still has great tits. And I tried watching that once, and I hated that show. I thought it was terrible. But you're saying that's more entertaining. Oh, you watch the movie. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's nothing. There is nothing good in Disney Star Wars. There isn't. Just not. And yet, Kel, I can agree with you. Yeah, I know you didn't say the movie was good. It's just better. And Kel, you're actually right. Monetization ruined Twitter. Because you get these fucking retarded posts. What do you think of this? Who likes this? What's your thoughts on this? Just to get the clicks. Just to get the engagement. And for somebody like me who doesn't play that game on X Twitter, I don't even buy the blue check mark to get myself boosted. I mean, it's good. That's good capitalism by Elon, but I'm still not going to do it because not enough people care what I have to say. And also, let's just remember, I am a self-admitted troll on X. I'm a self-admitted troll. I'm on there to F with stands and chills, to promote myself a little bit, what we're doing, and also to play around with you guys a little bit when we do some stuff. A little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. People are nuts. People are stupid. You guys aren't. You guys are great, though. Hit that like button, guys. You are the gatekeepers. You are the gatekeepers in charge of protecting the things we talk about. And I love you guys for it. All right, let's do the news. Let's get to the news, and then we'll get to... Do we have anything else going on here? Kratos for $20. I'm hoping for good old-fashioned lover boy. Well, Kratos is just guaranteed I sing at least one song for Dermy Karaoke this Friday. He's guaranteed it. And it will be that is not good old lover boy, but it is the song. I have a song. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good one. So I'm guaranteed at least one song now on Dermy Karaoke. All right, let's get to the news. Let's see what we got going on. I know there's some things out there that I will probably stop on and comment on. Let's do a refresh. It's been about 40 minutes since I set up these tabs. That's the rule. You want to be up to date. I want to be up to date. Okay, here we go. We start, as always, with the variety. Because as shitty as it is, it's a catch-all. It's a catch-all. We got a drink for you. Wet my whistle, please. You know, it's cold here finally. Finally cold. Yesterday was 60. The last kind of warm day. I'm going to start wearing a sweater when I go out now. Wish I had a good jacket, though. I can't seem to find a good jacket. And they are still running with the Sydney Sweeney titties over here, man. They're still running with that. I love it. Watch holiday movies and popular films like Jingle All the Way, Die Hard, and Crazy Stupid Love on Samsung TV Plus. Die Hard's Christmas movie. Are we going to start that debate yet, or do we have to wait till after Thanksgiving? I think we have to wait till after Thanksgiving. Start that over again. A Different World sequel picked up at series at Netflix. Oh, no. Oh, no. Listen, all right. I liked A Different World. I watched it all when I was a kid. I missed the first season, but I picked it up in season 2 because it was Different World was a spinoff from the Cosby Show. They thought they could have Denise at college, and it didn't work. They quickly put her back on the Cosby Show because all the other characters introduced were far more interesting than Denise. But now they're going to do the sequel. I liked it. It was, 5-6 seasons? Had a lot of stuff in it. And an all-black show that everybody watched, by the way. an all-black show that everybody watched. That's where Marissa Tomei got her start. Marissa Tomei was in the first season. That was the first time anybody saw Marissa Tomei as the only white girl on the show. Anyway, great show in the 90s. A sequel will not land because I guarantee it's on Netflix. So everybody's already black. I guarantee they're going to agenda it up. They're going to make it in your face obnoxious. Now, our Hakeem Hardison and what's her name played Whitley. Just forgot her name. Who to play Whitley? I forget her name suddenly. Anyway, I think they're all coming back. I don't know if Summer Glau's coming back. I don't know if the guy Ron is even still alive. I doubt Sinbad will come back. A couple of people, some people are dead, I think. So I don't know. I guarantee that Jada Pinkett Smith ain't coming back. She ain't coming back. That's what we first saw too. You could thank a different world for giving us Jada Pinkett Smith. Thank that is a crime. Different world is to blame for Jada Pinkett Smith. They are to blame for that. And her character was so obnoxious on that show. So obnoxious. Horrible character. Evil little bitch troll. Evil little troll bitch. I don't think this is gonna end the way they want it to. I really don't. I really do not. But good luck. Good luck. I sure as hell ain't gonna watch it. I ain't gonna watch it. I like the way it ended. It was a good ending, good solid ending, positive ending. South Park Raiders say show attacks Trump because politics are pop culture and there's no getting away from MAGA. New Paramount bosses are letting us do what we want. Okay, let me ask this. Then why did you go after Biden? Why did you go light on Obama? It's just the question, Parker and Stone. It's just the question. You used to be the definition of equal opportunity offenders. Now, your obsession with Trump. Everybody can sense it's not organic. Your hate for him, when I mean organic, I mean your hate for him is from your heart. You're not just doing it because he's there. You're doing it because you hate him. And they hated him in 2016. They hated him way back in 2016. But they didn't upset it. They turned Mr. Garrison into Trump. Now they're curtains drop down. They're not even trying to hide it. So I simply say, if politics was pop culture, why didn't you beat up on Biden? Biden was a walking meme. He was a walking meme for all the shit he did. You could have gone after him for the kids and the hair. Could have gone after him for all the creepy, weirdo, horrible shit he did. But you didn't. You barely went after Hillary. You barely went after Bill Clinton. They're hypocrites. Matt Parker and Trey Stone have become hypocrites. Did I reverse their first names? Parker and Stone, they become hypocrites. They are no longer funny. They are no longer the satyrs. They are no longer the jesters, poking fun at the king, poking fun at everything. They are now deranged. They've got TDS, and it's showing. So people don't care anymore. People don't care about South Park. People don't care. AFM Buzz don't care. Wilmer Valderrama and Cara Santana Leto joined documentary short Rat Rod. Yeah, I guess he's not on NCIS anymore, is he? Finally got off of that sinking shit, which he helped sink, by the way. Oscar winner Brendan Fraser boards documentary short Saving Superman as executive producer. Okay, all right. Nicole Kidman joins Young People from Longlegs director Osgood Perkins-Young. Sydney Sweeney and Coleman Domingo films are among the projects picked up in the new wave of new domestic distributors. Okay. Hey, Sydney Sweeney's money right now. She is money. You put her up there, dudes are going to run up, dick in hand, ready to watch it, and women will be like, oh, she's so hot. I want to be like her too. She is money. She's money. Sinner's hair design, I don't give a crap. Top 10 spot shooting Jordan. I'm not going to shoot a movie in Jordan. Are you crazy? Julian Assange documentary, The $6 Billion Man, sells to Waterman Printers. All right, guys, does anybody care about a Julian Assange documentary. Do we? Do we care? Do we care? I don't. FanDuel Sports, I don't care. Zack Snyder, Kiefer Sutherland hit Columbia as country enjoys international production boom. What is Zack Snyder doing right now? Does anybody know exactly what he's doing, filmmaking wise? I mean, clearly he's not making any more Rebel Dawn crap. I mean, does he still have a deal to make those, or is they just given up on that? I don't know. Cyber Heist thriller SXSW hit life hack from Timmer. Oh, whatever. It's a lot of things I don't want to try and pronounce. Big streamers bet on increasingly aggressive pause ads to stop viewers in their tracks. Let me be honest. You should not be getting an ad in the middle of a stream. Once the stream is done, yeah, if you missed it live and you don't have an ad blocker running or something like YouTube TV or YouTube Premium, then yeah, the ads are then fair game. But during a stream, you should not get an ad during a stream. You shouldn't. It breaks what's going on. It breaks the flow of what people are there to watch and entertain. Hit that like button, guys, so that give me more ads when we're done. AFM attendees don't care. Predator Badlands director Dan Trachtenberg on that cliffhanger ending. There's no cliffhanger ending. That's not a cliffhanger ending. What the hell are you talking about? That's a Disney Happy Family where our found family ending. Shut the fuck up. Oh, we're not even there yet. We'll get to Badlands in a little bit. Shut the fuck up. Joe Ortiz and Julia Ormond indie dramedy Here's Yanni boarded by Motion Picture Exchange, launching sales at AFM. I don't care. Julia Ormond, she wasn't as hot and wasn't really that great an actress. You're getting the chat ads. Yeah, that sucks where it shifts the chat. I'm talking about like a stop in the middle of the stream ad. I've gotten those before. Oscar Isaac was not so open working with Disney after Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, said he'd return to Star Wars if Disney does not succumb to fascism. Can somebody take this single-celled organism called Oscar Isaac, sit him down, and look him in the face and say, listen, buddy, I know that your skill is memorizing lines and pretending to be somebody you're not. So memorize what I'm going to tell you here. In fact, I'll write it down and I'll put it in front of you. If fascism truly existed here in the United States of America, none of you would be able to say the things you're saying, because a fascistic regime would have total control of media, entertainment, and news. You would not be able to walk around and claim that Disney does have some fascism. Disney would be locked down. We'd be all hand our hearts going, dear leader, which is what all you goddamn commie Marxists actually want. It's just your dear leader ain't in power anymore, which is what's got your little butts in a tight twist. If fascism was truly going on, nobody would be able to say the shit you're saying. You'd be Gestapo'd in the middle of the night, and you'd be disappeared forevers, like they do in China. Morons, idiots. The fact that you could say that proves there's no fascism in this country. God damn it. I cannot stand stupidity. Really can't. AccuWeather strikes deal to supply information to MS Now, CNBC. Yes, MSNBC is now MS Now, because that's going to work real well. Mark Ruffalo is an idiot. I don't care what he's doing. He's an idiot. Let's go one more in before we go over to IGN. Vladimir Putin portrait, the face of power, from Emmy-winning director James Jones, boarded by Dogwolf. Okay, sure. Is there anything here? BBC chair says editing of Trump's speech did give the impression of a direct call for violent action. We apologize at the era of Joseph. Yeah, they're getting sued, or they're about to get sued. Good luck with that. ScarJo's Eleanor the Great to close women in the World Film Festival in London. Yes, ScarJo. Don't stop. Just stop. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This person who resigned. Look at that puss. That's what TDS does here, right there. That's what it does to you. Do Celebrity Traders renew for season 2? See, we talked about that the other day. Anything here interesting towards the end? Anything? No. All right, let's go over to IGN. See what we got going on there. Nintendo has announced its sales plans for Black Friday 2025. I'm going to open this one up. Let's open this one up. I am interested. I'm interested in this one. Let's open this one up. I'm just curious because I'm already making up my own Black Friday list right now, which doesn't include any Nintendo games, by the way. Let's see what they got here. Here's their Black Friday list. Nintendo Switch Sports. So that's a Switch 1 game. Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch 1. Splatoon 3 on the Switch 1. Princess Peach Showtime. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Luigi 3. Kirby. These are all Switch games. These are all Switch games. Shouldn't you be giving Black Friday deals for Switch 2? On Cyber Monday, you get a $20 discount on a extra memory, extra hard drive space. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say it. This is why aren't you Black Fridaying Switch 2 games? That's your new console. Is it too soon? Maybe, but it's been out for 8 months. And a lot of those games have been out for 8 months. Why don't you switch 2 discounts on Black Friday? This is Nintendo. This is completely Nintendo. It's completely Nintendo. And I find this retarded. I really do. Available on the eShop. Why aren't you putting Switch 2 games for Black Friday? Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to find Black Friday game sales for other stuff. I don't think so, Kratos. 8 months, man. Some of those games have been out for 8 months. I don't think so. I don't. I think 8 months is long enough for any launch title that was a Switch 2 launch title. I think is fair game for a Black Friday on Nintendo. That doesn't mean you're not going to get Black Friday deals from other stores or online shops. I just think this is Nintendo being a little tone deaf. Just being a little tone deaf. And you notice it's all their first party shit, which is essentially what they're good for. But I mean, still. All right. I just I find that I'm surprised yet not surprised, I guess. June, July, August, September, October. Well, by the end of the month, it'll be 6-7 months. All right. I can't count. Fuck off. No, it's been 5 months. June, July, August, September, October, November. We're into month 6. We're into month 6 here. This week, it's 6 months. It's 6 months this week since the launch. Because it launched on, I believe, June 11th, June 12th. So we're essentially into month 6. I might be a little off. Maybe I was a little hyperbolic, but it's never too soon for the launch titles. It's never too soon. It's not. I disagree. I don't think it is. I don't think it's too soon. Predator Badlands director Dan Trachtman says he's trying to learn a crucial lesson from the MCU. Oh, you learned your lesson well. Bad comedy throughout the whole movie. You learned that lesson real well. Latest Simpsons Fortnite short sees Homer rain donuts down on Springfield and turn Professor Frink into a banana as long-term fans celebrate the return of the Omniverse. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday. I could not have predicted that that the Simpsons would be that successful in Fortnite because the Simpsons is not successful. Simpsons are not. It's not successful at all. It is a black hole of creativity, and anything. That's good. We're going to talk about Oscar Isaac and his idiocy. Exclusive. First look at the Doctor Strange themed Sanctum Lounge on the Disney Destiny. Yeah, good luck with that. Nintendo closed the curtain at last on its most reliable Black Friday deal. Todd Howard reveals why he thinks Fallout 4's divisive dialogue system really did not resonate. I don't care. I tapped out of that game. Don't say that. Listen. I have gotten deals on I get deals every season because I have things on my wish list for Amazon because that's where I get the best deal. That's where I get the best deal. I watch that stuff like a hawk, and it shows you what the original price was when you put it on your wish list. So when I put something on there, and when we get to Black Friday and it drops $20, $30 a game, I know I'm getting a saving, and I get a saving every year. I always get like 3 for 1 when I get my games for Christmas. So I'm pretty good about that. I'm pretty good. Well, unfortunately, one of the games did go up in price, but I think that's because connected games came out, so nobody's dropping the price. But I think I'm gonna get my deals. I got 4 games on my list right now. One of them is new. I'm not gonna get a price drop on that. It is brand new for Christmas. Octopath Traveler 0. That's a brand new game. I'm paying full price for that. That's gonna happen. That's happening most likely. But Neo Fantasia and the Dragon Quest 2D HD remakes, those are all going to probably, well, 1 and 2 might not. It just came out. But at least 3 will get a price drop. 3 will probably get at least a $20, $30 price drop because it had a $20, $30 price drop until recently. So I'll probably get a couple deals on at least a couple of games. I'm pretty confident this year. I might push off Octopath Traveler 0 a little bit because they wait for a price, but I do want to play it because I didn't play 1, but I played 2 for my private play. It was a good game. It was a really good game. Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another gets a digital release date and physical media release date. Stop pretending that movie actually mattered because it didn't. I'm preaching patience. The Elder Scrolls 6 is still a long way off. Todd Howard warns fans. Teases potential shadow drop. All right. Let's be honest. Todd Howard ain't long for this world as leader of Bethesda. He's on the way out. It ain't happened. Or Xbox, whatever. Xbox, whatever. It's all the same at this point, isn't it? Todd Howard is not going to be in charge much longer. Therefore, whatever he says about Elder Scrolls 6, it ain't happening because guess what? And Weasel, I know you're still here probably. Elder Scrolls 6 is never coming out. You're never going to get this game. You're not. And if you get it, it's going to be broken all to hell. I'm sorry for Elder Scrolls fans, but I sincerely doubt you're ever going to get this game. At this point, I really doubt it. I do. I really do. Now, may I be proved wrong at some point? Sure. And I'll say, I was wrong. There it is. But nobody expects this anytime soon, if ever. That's the damn truth. She is not fooling anybody. Nintendo fans react as new Hyrule Warriors English translation defines Link and Zelda's relationship as just friends. Is Hyrule Warriors canon to any Zelda lore, or is it just a beat 'em up Dynasty Warriors type thing? Does it matter? I don't give a fuck. Because even if this Link and Zelda are just friends, they're just one pair of Link and Zelda among many. So I don't care. It's retarded. PlayStation announces State of Play Japan for this week. Yeah, we're getting a Japan State of Play tomorrow. Unfortunately, it'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern, so we will have long since stopped streaming. But I'm sure on Wednesday we'll have something to say about that. And I'm sure we'll talk about it. I'll have something to say, and I'm sure it'll be some sort of discussion on Roundtable this Sunday. So there you go. That's that. I hope there's some good announcements. I really do. I really hope there are some good announcements. I always want more good games. I just do. And since my console of choice is the PlayStation, I kind of want it to keep going that way. I just hope to stay healthy until Mario's 50th anniversary. Nintendo legend Shigeru Miyamoto discusses stepping back from development. Why don't you release a Mario game that everybody can get excited about? From Software parent company confirms Elden Ring Night Rain DLC by end of March 2026 as frustrated players leave negative Steam reviews. Is there a problem with Night Rain that I'm unaware of? Somebody inform me, please. Somebody inform me, please. The GTA 6 is coming out. No, that is coming out. We talked about that yesterday on Roundtable. It's going to come out. And whatever reason they delayed it, but it's coming out. They're too close to it now being here. But there's nothing on. You don't know anything about Elder Scrolls 6. There's nothing. There's no pre-alpha. There's no pre-alpha builds. There's nothing out there on this game. I doubt they've done any work on it at all. Jimmy Renner trades cease and desist letters with director as Hawkeye star denies harassment allegations. I saw this and I tweeted it. With my limited reach on X, I did put it out there where he apparently he had this fight with some Chinese chick he's working with, and he said, according to her, he accused, I'll call ICE on you, and I just said base. Jeremy Renner, based. Go for it. Arc Raiders breaks its own Steam concurrent peak once again, this time nearing 500,000 simultaneous players. Yeah, people are playing this game, and they'll play it for a little while more, and then it will probably disappear like all these types of games do. It'll settle down to a smaller, consistent core audience. It's the thing to play at the moment for a lot of people, so they are. After Old Spice Pillsbury Cookies has the latest Super Mario Galaxy movie leak, offering our best look yet at Yoshi and all but confirming 2 fan favorite characters. Yeah, considering I never played Galaxy and Yoshi, to me, that's Super Mario World. I don't understand how you get Yoshi in Galaxy because he's from Super Mario World. I don't know. I'm an old man. I only know the things I know from back in the day. Christy down for the count as Sydney Sweeney's new movie bombs the box office. Oh, wow. I guess she isn't money after all. I have to take that back, I guess. Then again, it's not like she's walking around being hot in this movie. She's trying to be a serious actress in this. Because, let's be honest, she made a lot of money from her promotional stuff for the jeans and the ice cream and a whole bunch of other things. So, because she made a lot of spokeswoman money, she could take some time to try and do an art movie. And people probably just don't care about this movie. I don't think it's a reflection on her. I think it's a reflection more on the content of the movie, that nobody cares about this boxer chick who fought through her abuse and became a lesbian. I just don't think people care. I don't think it's a reflection on Sydney Sweeney. I think it's the content. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Predator Badlands, since franchise record, it's all lies. It's never there. And this is from some Warhammer stuff. Warhammer 40K animations trailer shows a running Khorne berserker, Lae'zel actor Devora Wild as a battle sister, and blinking you miss it, look at Astartes 2. Then Titus of History 2 just got a promotion and a brand new mission, drive the Warhammer 40K narrative forward. Is that a good thing, making Titus a star? Is that a good thing? I mean, I've played him a little bit. I don't know. It's not like he's a Primarch or anything. Not like he's a Primarch. He just got remade into a current gen Astartes. So I don't know. All right, let's go to Park Place. Gremlins 3 set 22 real estate with Spielberg producing. Yeah, we talked about that last week. Way to catch up, Park Place. Disney Plus subscribers offered discount admission to Walt Disney World during spring break 2026. Wow, that's desperate. That screams desperation. That just screams desperation to me. Disney World gender swaps tally the elf this Christmas no longer interacts with guests. Spaceship Earth reopened at Epcot with no noticeable changes. Okay. Predator Badlands beats box office expectations, but media spins a modest start into blockbuster story. That is very true. We'll talk about that soon. Promoted to captain. Is that it? Titus is promoted to captain. Okay. Okay. I spent a long time talking about that already today. This I did see. Jimmy Kimmel and his wife lied to their kids and said Trump was behind his suspension. I read this article over the weekend. There's some sick shit going on with some people like that. Is it a big deal? I guess you'd have to explain to me why it's a big deal. You would have to, I guess. I mean, considering his history, I guess, but with his history, I guess it's a big deal, but okay. And then there's this. I noticed this last night. I noticed this article last night. We're just going to click on it so you can see what I'm talking about here. Forbes last night, and then in partnership with Screen Rant and all that, they are literally trying to push the narrative that Superman made money. They are doing some magic math from all angles to try and tell us that they made money. It made money. It's some retarded shit. All these months later, they are still protecting this movie. They still are. Hierarchy. Primarch, Chapter Master, Captains. Oh, okay. I guess that is a big deal. I guess it is, Bill. Well, in all the stuff we've done, we've never really seen a breakdown of command in all that stuff. So we've never seen the exact breakdown. We've seen the trees, but like Arbiter Ian or everyone else have never actually broken down how it works. So I guess that's a hole in my lore knowledge there. A little hole. Okay, thank you, Kel. Yeah, but this is a massive lie. Massive lie. Massive lie. All right, that's the news. I'm sticking to it. See, we got anything else going on here? Okay, no, we just have my purchase of singing a song this Friday on Dermy Karaoke. Kratos is confirmed. Kratos has bought the fact that I will perform at least one song on Dermy Karaoke this Friday. Anyway, with all that said, let me have a drink and we'll get started. All right, let me set this up. Give you guys a little time to think about possible articles. No, wrong button there. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Is this it? No. Yet no. There it is. Okay. As always, chat made me watch this reviews is where you guys usually just make me watch something obscure and retarded. But this time around, you guys have decided to make me weigh in immediately on something fresh, terrible in the cinema news. So this week on Chat Made Me Watch This Reviews, we will be talking Predator Badlands. First off, full disclosure. The last real Predator movie I watched was Predator. Well, I guess Aliens vs. Predator, which was an adaptation of the book that was much better. But point is, as far as my knowledge of Predator and that the franchise, you can talk about Aliens as well, that kind of stuff. I've watched most of the Aliens movies. I watched Predator. I've seen Predator 1. I own Predator 1 and Predator 2. I read Predator comic books. I read Predator novels, especially Alien versus Predator. And that's kind of it. That's where I drew my line. So there's my history. So I have a lot of nerd knowledge on this stuff, but I haven't watched the trash Predator movies for the past decade because they're trash. They're not good. You took a cool idea and you beat it into the ground. And you ruined it with movies and movies that ignore lore. Now, this movie here, Predator Badlands, directed, written, whatever, by Dan Trachtenberg, who did Prey and Killer of Killers, two stellar movies, no, crap movies. This is the trifecta of shit right here. This guy in the opening 25 minutes of this movie proves that he has no concept of the Yautja or the world he's working in. And yes, we're gonna be using the term Yautja, which is the name of the predator species, because up until now, that has not really been used a lot, at least not to my knowledge. It was really a more of a real nerd thing. But in this movie, they say it all over the place. So we will be using their actual species name, the Yautja. Per the rules, sit down in Predator, Predator 2, and I will use the comic stuff, Alien vs. Predator, Predator vs. Alien War, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of lore for the Yautja. Bottom line this. Here's a general undisputed rule. Yautja are a hunter society. They're hunters. You get honor from the hunt. You prove your worth from the hunt. And one of the cool things about the joint universe of bringing in xenomorphs and stuff like that is that the Yautja seeded the galaxy with xenomorphs to get them the better hunt. Now, of course, no xenomorphs in this. Yes, there's Weyland-Yutani, which connects us to the broader connected universe of all this stuff, but there are no xenomorphs. Point is, though, the hunt is everything to a young Yautja hunter. It makes your worth. So this movie begins with this horribly designed youth Yautja, this run to the litter Deck from his clan. The clan didn't even have a name. He's the runt. He's despised by his father. And after an opening scene that shows that his brother Quay, which is the sound a bird makes, Quay does care for his brother and is trying to train him up to give him a chance at a hunt. But their father, wants Deck dead because he's weak, and weakness must be cold. So, according to Dan Trachtenberg and whoever helped him write this shit, the Yautja cull the weak by just murdering them. Because he said you should have murdered him in his sleep instead of doing this right now where I'm going to make you execute him. Because that's what happens. Father arrives, tries to make the older brother execute him. Older brother saves Deck, sends him to this planet where there's this ultimate monster. They're all afraid to hunt, blah, blah, blah. I'll get back to that in a second. But right away, in the first 20 minutes, this shows you a massive misconception, a massive failure to understand Yautja society. The Yautja already have a system in place to cull the weak. It is the hunt. If a young Yautja sent to a planet with appropriate level weaponry, we're not talking full weaponry of war, like when they go hunt to get a new xenomorph queen, when they go into a serious hive and just mow down xenomorphs so they can capture a queen alive. No, we're talking appropriate gear loadout for a hunt on a planet for whatever the prey is. That's the culling. If a young Yautja fails at the hunt and dies, or if a Yautja ever fails at a hunt and dies, there's your culling. This whole "we must cull the weak" theme presented by the evil father, maybe one could say evil stepmother of this Disney-based movie, it completely is a misunderstanding of Yautja society. So you have this entire movie based on a premise that is wrong, that is false. I mean, go all the way back to Predator 1. The Yautja in Predator 1, the one that loses to Arnold, he lost. He knows by losing the hunt, he has lost all honor, all place in his clan. So what does he do? Ritualistic Minecrafting. Offs himself. The Yautja Danny Glover fights in Predator 2. It was a fight, and he lost. And what did his clan do? They honored the victor of the hunt. The prey gets honored with a gift. I love it when they install that, because if you go all the way to like Batman versus Predator, Batman gets a gift when he beats his Yautja. They give him like this cool-ass saber. So this is the entire movie is based on a faulty premise when it comes to Yautja society, and it doesn't get any better. So what you have here is now Deck is gonna go kill the what's it called, the Claxus, the Fraxus, whatever the hell the beastie is called, this ultimate beast that all Yautja are afraid of. He thinks if he can go and get it, it'll get him the honor he needs, and he'll be able to avenge his brother and get his father, whatever. So he goes to this planet called Genna, which has already got a Weyland-Yutani research outpost on it, filled with synths. No humans, just synths. Mind you, there are only aliens and synths in this movie, and beasties. Yautja, synths, and beasties in this movie who will bleed a lot, but it's all fake blood, white blood, green blood, red, blue blood, all that kind of crap, so that they could get a PG-13 rating, so it wouldn't be R. When you get human blood, then it has to be R. So Deck's going to crash land on this planet. He's going to be completely out of his depth. He should be dead because he's not good. He's not good at what he does. He is a failure. He is weak. And he should have been culled in a natural hunt. But no, he's going to get on this planet, which is the planet that made to kill people. And at some points, he's going to come across Fia, played by Fanning Sister number 2. She also plays another synth called Tessa, who's our villain or our real villain in the movie. And essentially now he's going to, and here's where we get people saying, oh, it's like Empire Strikes Back, because he carries her around on his back like Chewie carried 3PO in Empire. It's dumb. So she's going to help him, and he considers her a tool. So I guess, that makes it okay. But all she does is yammer. And here's where we get to the real bad part of this. Once they introduce Fanning Sister 2, the dialogue of this movie is trash. Her first words to him as he's rolling around in blade grass, trying to dodge stun needle spitting plants while a flying beastie is throwing rocks at him. She says, you might not want to do that. Oh, it's going to paralyze and eat you, but if you give me this, I'll help you and save you. So he gets saved by a broken synth girl. He gets saved by her. This dude Deck has zero agency. He cries a lot. And when I say cry, I mean like roaring. He just roars throughout the whole movie. Whole damn time. It's obnoxious. The CGI emoting is terrible. So we've got them together, and all she does is blah, 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 blah for an hour and a half. Blah, 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 blah. Talkity in 2025 lingo. 2025 dialect. Mind you, of course, they're communicating because she turned on her universal translator. She's speaking English, but he hears Yautja. Or we hear, whatever, just whoever they do. So now she's going to help him hunt the big beastie he's going to need. He needs to win this. And along the way, they meet a little beastie who, I'll spoiler this part now. And if you haven't figured out, we're spoiling the fuck out of this movie. The little beastie they find is the offspring of the giant beastie he's hunting. The Fraxus, whatever the hell it's called. And they make friends with make friends with the small animal. It's very Disney. And when he finally finds this thing, we discover that Weyland-Yutani is after it because it has hyperagility. He cuts its head off, and it pulls itself back together. The whole concept of this creature is retarded. It's retarded. Cutting something's head off, unless it's undead, that should be a kill shot. It really should be. It's ridiculous how unbeatable this thing is. And then how it does eventually get beat is also retarded too. Point is, so meanwhile, while they're hunting the thing, at the same time, Tessa, Fanning Sister number 2's other character, the other synth, has been reactivated by Mother, Weyland-Yutani Mother, and is now supposed to go out and hunt it, and she finds some of She finds Dex crash ship. She gets some Yautja weapons and uses a freeze grenade to capture the thing. They capture the Yautja. They capture Dex. He escapes. And it all culminates at the end where he follows her lower body that they found as it walks back, and it leads him to where they are. And he then basically, because he's lost all his advanced Yautja gear, he makes bio versions of it from the creatures and things they encountered. He makes a fresh Yautja claw weapon with the blade grass. He has this one creature that spits acid, takes over for the plasma caster, which Tessa has taken. He has a blade whip. Let's see. And he creates explosive bombs from exploding worms. And suddenly he's a badass. He could take out every synth there. Meanwhile, Fanny Sister number 2's other character, Thea, his buddy, her legs are apparently a fighting machine. And even though here's some bad writing. She is self-described as the dork, the nerd of the synth crew. She's not programmed to fight. But when we get to the big fight in the third act, she's a badass fighter. Her legs can kick so much ass. Her upper torso can fly around and beat shit. She's the nerd, but she's the fighter. So they eventually all work together to defeat Tessa and her mech and this and that. They released the giant mama version of the little beastie, and it beats up Tessa, but then it swallows Tessa, and she blows it up on the inside using ice grenades, which, when it melts, won't it come back together when it defrosts? You already said the parts can regenerate. It's like they don't think through their own goddamn rules. But no, then apparently because it got frozen and blown apart, it's perma-dead. Even though if it all defrosted, it theoretically, based on its own rules, due to its super hyper regeneration, it should come back together. I mean, Whale and Yutani, they're still going with the immortality bullshit, which is why they want this thing, so they can use this for hyper regeneration for immortality. And then, of course, Deck, Tia, and little baby Bud, they named the little baby version Bud. They defeat Tessa and they're united. And then you have your found family. He's found his family. He's found his own clan. Deck has learned he doesn't have to hunt alone, that you have friends. Let's be friends. That's the whole goddamn thing. Very Disney-fied. Extremely Disney-fied. And then the climactic moment, he returns to Yautja Prime, which is what they're calling it, to fight his father and get his cloak, his camouflage cloak. Because apparently in their version, you don't get your camouflage cloak until you complete your first hunt. Mm-hmm. So then he's good enough to beat his father, but not because he needs help. And at the very end of it, after he beats his father, because his father defeated his brother, who's a way better warrior, but suddenly Deck is a better warrior because apparently on the way back to Yautja Prime, there was a massive time skip. Because when he has his father beaten, he's praising, oh, maybe you were the son that should have lived. Little baby monster who's now 8 feet tall eats him. And Fanny Sister number 2, Thea, is like, she's in a different outfit. Like, oh, I guess you got your cloak. Now you're Deck of the Yautja. Let's go on and have right. And that's the social. That's a cliffhanger. It's not a cliffhanger ending. It ends. This movie's a joke. There's no hunt. There's nothing. It's Disney-fied from top to bottom. It's filled with bad jokes, bad dialogue, terrible pacing. Now, there is a core of a good idea in here. Don't get me wrong. I can be objective and say there is a core to this movie where, okay, a revenge plot plus a survival plot plus making friends and allies plot. But how is any of that a Predator movie? Oh, it's a classic. It's rebooting the franchise. No, you completely do not understand the Predator franchise. Now, I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again. Here, this movie would have been a really good idea if you just had it be a young Yautja's first hunt. Maybe he's got a little disgrace. Maybe he's the runt. He has something to prove. But it's his first hunt. And he's on this planet hunting something epic. Learning as he goes, improving himself, not getting any help, an actual agency ascending story. And you know what you don't need? Anybody talking. Imagine if you had gone to this movie for, let's just say, an hour, 20 minutes. Nothing but the sounds of the hunt. The sounds of the planet, the creatures, the breathing of the Yautja, maybe when it clicks and this and that, and then all of that. Imagine a movie that had just been that. That would have been damn cool. As he learns, grows, maybe loses the first round to the creature he's hunting, but then manages to survive and put himself back together and make weapons of the surrounding material to earn that and earn his place. There's a movie. Don't inject Wailing Yutani and synths and humanity as a villain. Have it be, don't make the monster you're fighting be a mother with its mama bear and its baby cub. Don't do that Disney shit. Make it a real monster. Make it something that's threatening. Make it something that it's okay to be killed because it's out there. It's kill or be killed. It's law of the jungle. Law of survival. Make a movie about that. Not a movie about a predator fighting this or that or fighting humans. No, make it really a journey of a predator finding his honor for the first time, succeeding the hunt. How about that? There's a movie. But no. This is 2025. Dan Trachtenberg wants to be more like the MCU. So let's have bad jokes. They're going to undercut every moment. Let's have Fanning Sister number 2 yammer for the entire goddamn movie. Let's have this goofy-ass looking fucking Yautja go all the goddamn time. Let's have him be a loser up to the last minute and suddenly be good at what he does. This movie's a joke. There's a good idea in there, but it's a joke because it's been Disney-fied and it's helmed by people who have zero understanding of what it means to make a movie about a predator, a Yautja, or anything in this universe. So there you go. There's my take. Chat, maybe watch this reviews. You tell me to watch it, I do it. I deliver every time. This movie's garbage. Don't go see it. There, I did it. And I disagree. I disagree, Kel. I think I love the idea that the Yautja seeded the galaxy with xenomorphs. I love that idea. I think that's awesome because it just means that it explains how the xenomorphs got places. It explains it to me. I love it. And it allows different types of xenomorphs on different planets. So I like that. Yeah. The week win because win by the week. This whole movie, it's bad. It's bad. All right, Kratos, I hope you're satisfied. I hope I gave you what you wanted. I suffered through it. Terrible movie. Just terrible movie. Not good at all. There's nothing really redeeming about it. Anybody who's claiming this movie is a classic, that it's the best Predator has ever been, they're tourists or they're just stupid. You can tell them I said that. It's dumb. This movie is dumb to the core. Dumb to the core. I disagree. I don't think it removes creativity. I think it makes it more threatening. Because having xenomorphs stuck on one planet, that seems dumb to me. I find that uncreative. They're just in one place. And we're not even talking, the prequel movies of how xenomorphs were created in the first place. We're not even getting to that. I like the whole thing. I like that. But it had one xenomorph. Well, okay, no. All right. The way they did it with the expanding of that universe is that the xenomorphs are a proving thing, and they're there for training, and there are of course always going to be bigger, badder, nastier things. And there was a xenomorph skull in Predator 2. That's where it started. They thought it would be funny, but unintentionally they started that thing like, oh shit, predators hunt xenomorphs. So I think it's cool. I like that that the xenomorphs are there, that they're a part of trying to create create a great hunt. And the problem is the thing is xenomorphs always go out of control. Here's how I think it's balanced, Kel. Here's how I think it's balanced. The fact that the Yautja seeded everything is a problem because every time they try to do it, it always blows up in their face. The xenomorphs have blown up and they fucked up. I love it. I think it's good because the Yautja fucked up by seeding the xenomorphs. They fucked up. and it always comes back to bite them in the ass. So I like it. I like it. So we can have different opinions. I like it. Anyway, all right. Let's see. We got anything else here? Do we have anything else? Nope. It seems like you guys are satisfied with the day as it presented. So we might as well wrap it up and go about with our day. Have a fight. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This movie did have a good idea of why don't you have them hunt something, but it failed to execute completely. I mean, if you want to blame anybody, blame the writers for not being creative enough to do more with it. Blame writers for not being creative enough, for not being able to do more with it. Anyway. All right, so let's wrap the show up unless you guys send me anything else as I wrap up the show here. Let's see, rest of the day. If you just missed it, you can expect this review. I'm going to put this review up right away because it is prominent in the discussion right now, so I'm going to get this review out later today. You can also check out clips from yesterday's live stream. I'll be putting those out as well. And then tonight, I don't have anything planned because we have Stream of Conscious is the week off. But considering how little left there is for FF Tactics, Evil's Chronicles, because here's what's left. You guys will watch a 40-minute clip when we start up the next one of my completing the Midlight Dungeon. You'll check that out. Then there's just the final fights. We're at the end. It'll take maybe another 40 minutes for those fights because I'm massively overpowered. So maybe instead of doing this for the dedicated gaming stream night tomorrow night, maybe tonight, if you guys are up for it, we'll just cap off Tactics. We'll put a cap on it for the playthrough, and we'll just get it done. And then we'll workshop what we're going to do tomorrow night. I don't know what would happen after that. I don't have another streaming game planned at the moment. I've got private play things lined up. I have a couple things I wouldn't mind chill streaming for you guys. Like I'm very much in the mood to stream Crusader Kings 3, but I just haven't gotten around to really amping myself up to do it. So we might do this tonight. Somewhere around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Then I gotta get on 14. I played 14 a little bit last night. Then I gotta get on 14, and I gotta finish my Wondrous Tales because it's due tomorrow. I've been sitting on this one for 2 weeks, and I got to get it last week's too. So it's good. We could do co-op. You want to do co-op tomorrow? You guys want to do co-op tomorrow night? We can do co-op tomorrow night. Hey, I don't see why not. Maybe we'll do some co-op tomorrow night. We'll workshop it. Rest of the week, we'll see what happens. We'll see how the week breaks down, what news happens here and there, but I will say that, of course, on Friday, we got Ballbusters. As I said, Derby Karaoke on Ballbusters for the rest of the week. $20 can also force me to sing a song. We've already got one, the one I will choose. Every other one of these, from this point forward, every $20 that makes me sing a song on Derby Karaoke on Ballbusters on Friday, I have no idea what the song's going to be. It'll be whatever are chosen that night on Ballbusters after the one I've chosen. So now what control I have will be lost going forward. I have some control in the beginning, but control I have will be lost. You guys could make a sing, I want to ride my bicycle. And I have to do that one. And that's not one of my favorite songs. I don't know that song very well, but it's I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. So there could be that one. There's some really gay ones too that Freddie did. Really bad ones out there, but there's a lot of great Queen and there's some bad Queen. Or we could do Prince. You could do Prince of the Universe. Yeah, you could do Prince of the Universe. You could do Who Wants to Live Forever and hear my voice crack. That'll be funny. Anyway, so Derby Karaoke rest of the week, $20 gets you to make me sing a song. Ones I don't know going forward. Saturday Night Drive-In this weekend. Jen wants to do family stuff, so we're doing Swiss Family Robinson, the original Disney version. I haven't seen that in a lifetime, so we'll see how I feel about that. No, Cash, that is not part of the game. Unfortunately, no. The game is I must sing. Because I have to sing. It's part of the game. Part of the game. Anyway, so let's see. And then, of course, we'll have more co-op this weekend. I don't think we're doing anything specific. I know that there is rumblings that people want to do Among Us again. I don't know if we're ready for that again. We might have to rebuild the group to do that. A few people are no longer available, so we might have to. We're missing slots. We'll see what happens. I don't generally plan all of that. I simply give advice on what to do on that. And then we got Roundtable this Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have no idea what's going to be. I know I have a feeling we will probably talk about the state of play tomorrow from Japan. Either way. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. One more check on the stream elements. Nope, that's it. I will see you guys later on tonight. I guess we'll finish up Tactics tonight. So I'll see you guys later tonight as we finish up Tactics. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later. Take it easy.